If you're watching this right now, you've probably had your heart broken and smashed into a million pieces in past relationships. A lot of us don't know how to relax and actually enjoy the love that God is trying to send into our lives. God might be trying to send you the right person that will love you in the way you've always hoped and prayed for, but you are self-sabotaging your relationship with this person by trying to protect yourself from being hurt again and putting the sins of your past partners onto your new one. I have endless empathy for those who have been lied to, cheated on, and gaslighted by the person they love. From a young age, I have seen people cheating on their spouses and partners, including close friends and family, and been cheated on myself. Through knowledge gained through many failed relationships, hundreds of hours of coaching and therapy, taking courses and certifications, reading countless books and articles, and applying these principles, I was able to manifest my ex back that I had driven away by my terrible behavior, using the principles that I'm about to share with you right now. When you have suspicious thoughts of your partner, you are planting a seed for the destruction of your relationship. No matter what happened to you in the past, you have to remember that God wants to provide you with the love you deeply need, heal you from everything that has hurt you, and build you up to be a stronger, wiser, and more joyful person than you were before. He wants the very best for your life. Every time you have a thought about your partner being unfaithful to you, you have to realize that is a choice you are making. And that choice has grave consequences for your relationship. It's hard to accept that you might be the problem in your relationship, and your thoughts are the reason you keep on manifesting the same toxic relationships over and over again. When you take ownership over your thoughts, you get the power to manifest the relationship you actually desire. Neuroscientists and psychologists' latest data state that 85% of what people worry about is never going to happen. You are basically torturing yourself and manifesting what you don't want into your life because your thoughts, when persisted in, harden into fact. You owe it to yourself and your new partner to keep the baggage from your old relationship firmly in the past and have faith that God has sent your new partner into your life. Use the power of prayer, affirmations, and visualization to get your thinking on the right track, and your thoughts will shape your words and actions and reality. Thank God in advance that He has sent someone wonderful into your life. Or if you don't have anyone right now, thank Him that the right person is on the way. Make positive affirmations saying, I am magnetic, I am attractive, what I desire desires me 100 times more. Write it down and hang it next to your bed, on your bathroom mirror, on your refrigerator, and eventually those thoughts will harden into reality even if you really don't believe them right now. Visualize best case scenarios of your partner loving you in the way you want to be loved, good communication, spending quality time together, and being vulnerable and honest with each other. Keep revisiting the good memories you have of your partner pursuing you, the kind things they've done for you, and different happy milestones like your first date, meeting their parents, when they surprised you with something great that you weren't expecting. Whatever you can, remember that recreates the happiness and satisfaction you have with your partner. Just remember that and keep that feeling. Get into the habit of recreating positive feelings. Feel the good feelings and think of the good times, and you surely will attract more and more similar situations. A lot of the time we catastrophize and play on repeat in our minds all the worst case scenarios that could happen in our relationships. And that is why bad things keep on happening to us. Einstein said the definition of insanity is repeating the same behavior over and over again and expecting a different result. I say this with no judgment and condemnation, but it is your choice to keep thinking about worst case scenarios. Just because a thought pops into your mind does not mean you have to hold on to it. Of course, negative thoughts will pop into your head from time to time, but it's your choice to keep thinking them. When negative thoughts come into your consciousness, you need to say out loud or in your head, I rebuke that thought, and choose to think about the opposite or something else, like your passions, hobbies, and purpose. Always remember, if your partner does end up cheating or leaving you, when you keep the faith and keep positive, God will send you someone even better that desires and respects you. Words have power. Of course, we should be transparent and thorough when discussing our issues with our coaches, therapists, and mentors, because they are there to walk with us through our problems and help us find a solution. Outside of wise people and professionals that we go to for help, it is not useful to talk about relationship problems with our friends. The more you speak out loud about what you fear, the more chance of that fear manifesting into reality. Friends, especially those who don't have healthy relationships and marriages of their own, will not add any value to your situation and can actually harm your relationship because the advice they will give you will most likely be wrong. Also, friends tend to be jealous, and they might intentionally give you advice that will sabotage your relationship. Even if they have a good heart, they might do this subconsciously. Following the rule, if you don't have anything nice to say, then don't say anything at all, definitely applies to talking to your friends about your relationship fears and insecurities. Don't confuse what I've been saying in this video as telling you that it's good to stay with someone who you have caught being unfaithful and that you can manifest your way into a healthy relationship with that individual. If you have hard proof that your partner has been unfaithful, you have to end your relationship with them immediately and move on. God sent them into your life to teach you a lesson on what type of person to avoid. And the more people you date, the more you should be developing discernment on what type of people to avoid. When someone is unfaithful, you have to accept that this is the type of person they are, and you have to walk away and start over with someone new. Only the cheater can do the work to change themselves if they even want to, and most of them don't want to change their behavior, and there's absolutely nothing you can do as their partner to change that. It's not worth your time, energy, and mental and physical health to try and change a cheater. You'll just dig yourself into a deeper hole of trauma and baggage that you will surely carry into your next relationship when your relationship with the cheater inevitably fails. One thing to be aware of is that toxic relationships can be addictive, and the people who have a pattern of entering into them one after the other start to consider toxic dumpster fire relationships to be normal. Dopamine is a reward chemical in the brain that is especially triggered by hot and cold behavior and ups and downs in unstable relationships. And people get addicted to that chaos and start to accept that as normal. It is not acceptable at all or normal, and you have to have the backbone to put yourself first and cut them out of your life like cancer. You have to honestly examine your past relationships and see if you are your own problem by choosing to pursue relationships with people that you really should be running far away from. The last thing I want to mention is forgiveness. No human being is perfect, and there will be things your partner does that annoy, hurt, frustrate, and disappoint you. If this person has been faithful, loves you, and shows up for the relationship when it really matters, you need to be quick to forgive and hard to offend. No one will ever be everything you want, and there will be things about your partner that will trigger you. So if they're treating you right, when it comes to the things that matter, you must choose to forgive their human flaws and choose not to be offended. When you're really feeling unhappy with your partner, a good exercise to manifest more of the behavior you want, forgive, and let go of offense is make a list of what you hate about them and what you love about them. And if you're in a good relationship, you will realize the list of the things you love is way longer than the list of the things you hate, and the things you hate don't really matter anyway and aren't a deal breaker, which makes it much easier to ignore those things. I know it's not easy to change old ingrained mindsets and habits, but I know you have the strength. I love you guys. I'm sorry if I seem a little tired. I just got back from hot yoga and I'm exhausted, but apply this information. This will help you, and I know you have the strength to do it. I love you guys. God bless. I'll talk to you soon.